Hey, what's going on, family? How's everybody doing this evening? How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's doing fine. I come back here to talk about more of the BS. Today, we're going to talk about how Trump gets out here and lies to the voters. For one, I want to start off by saying, have anyone ever heard Donald Trump say that he was going to be the president for all Americans? Mostly every president that runs always say that they are going to be president for all Americans, not just some Americans. That right there in itself is just crazy to me. The man can never mention that. The man never mentioned that he lost the 2020 election. The man admits to no lies that he tells. And that's what we're going to get off into today. Trump was talking to the Latin voters, the Latino voters in Vegas the other day, and the voters asked him. Trump said the January 6th riots. First of all, he said the January 6th riots was a hoax and patriotic. How do he see that as a hoax and patriotic? These people are in here climbing up walls, scaling walls, breaking in doors, breaking windows, going in people's office, tearing up stuff, beating up the Capitol Police, spraying bear spray, all in these people's face, doing all this stuff. But this is what he feels is patriotic. So if he think that's patriotic, you know how he would feel about you and what he would think about you. Just like when he's at his campaigns and telling folks to beat up people and just sock them in the face, he'll bail them out, all these kind of things. All this stuff is patriotic to this man. And why do he want these people to do all these things? Is because they don't agree with his politics. His politics. Them are the things that dictators do. That's what they do. They want to dictate what goes on and want to dictate what's right and what's wrong. So y'all be careful when y'all go in there and go to vote for folks. I have to say that because I don't know what some people see of this man, and especially when you get down to the immigrants. The immigrants could seem to think that he's not talking to them. That's not for them. I don't know how they think that, but it's crazy. And when I say that the immigrants, I don't mean all of them. I mean some of them. Just being brainwashed and joined the coat, the Trump coat. So y'all be careful about what y'all do, man, when y'all go up in this election. We ain't got number 19 more days for this. And I would advise everybody to get out and vote early. Go exercise your early vote. Do your mail-in votes. So you're not waiting to the last minute. Vote down ballot for the House and the Senate to make sure that these people win. So when she gets in there, she has some help on getting legislation passed, laws passed, bills passed. So make sure of that. and make sure you vote for your city councils and stuff like that when you go in and vote. And by the way, man, I appreciate it if y'all like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Then yesterday, Kamala Harris went on Fox News. She went in hostile territory. That's what I would call it. Because they very disrespectful and very racist and very cunning and very condescending. She goes on Fox News yesterday. Harris goes on Fox News yesterday and had to sit down with Bret Baier. He tried to get her to talk about the Trump supporters. He get on there and try to get her to talk about the Trump supporters. He asked her, "Do she think they stupid? Do she think they this? She think they that?" And trying to get her to bite off into trying to talk about people. But she actually let him know, like, look, man, I would never say that about the American people. Trump is the one to talk about the American people, not me. You know, and basically, blew him right off. And he kept on trying to interrupt her. He asked her a question as she go to answer it. He would try to interrupt her, but she was still able to handle herself to where she could still get her point across without all the BS. Then when she got passionate about what she was talking about, they try to mark that as the angry black woman. No, she's not angry. You just rude. It ain't the angry black woman. It's the rude, entitled white man. That's what it was. It wasn't nothing about her being angry. It was about you being stupid and condescending and cunning. And then when she told you to play the clip about Trump saying that he was gonna release the military police and the military on American citizens, you didn't want to play that part. You put on a clip where he wasn't saying that, trying to protect him. So, I mean, hey, don't nobody fall for the BS that they be trying to put out here. They be thinking people are stupid. People are not stupid. And the problem be they've been doing this stuff for so long to where they think that people are ignorant. And they've been doing this kind of stuff for so long. They've been killing folks for so long. They've been doing all this stuff and getting away with it. It's time for all this stuff to stop. Just like when the Black Panthers was operating, how they went down there in Chicago and killed Fred Hampton. And got all these political prisoners, some of them still in jail, some of them dead. Because they standing up for what's right and what they believe in. They want people to think that everybody's stupid. And the only reason a lot of days when I be talking about the racist people, guess what? You know why that is? Because they are. Anybody to get on and vote for somebody and actually voting against their best interests, what else could it be? These people are hearing what he's saying he'll do, what he's going to do, and what he want to do. So y'all need to think about that. It don't make sense to me. Then Trump said that he wants to get rid of the Constitution of the United States. Come on, man, how deep is that? Everybody be trying to look at that like that ain't nothing, like it's a small thing, like oh, that ain't nothing. Oh, we we need to get rid of the Constitution. No, the Constitutions have things in there that helps you. where people can't just go around and be killing you, which they go against it and do it all the time. But if that wasn't in place, it'd be even worse than that. The Constitution handles a whole lot of different things in that Constitution. And what I should have did was put it up so I could read them all to y'all, so y'all could see what effect it'll have on your life when it comes down to the Constitution that he wants to get rid of. He wants to get rid of anything that's gonna look out for you or have your best interests. That's what you got to realize. I mean, if you don't, it's not good. It's not good for you or your family or your kids. Everybody always got something to say about, oh, she this and he's that and he did this and he did that when he ain't did shit. So, you know, y'all could miss me with all the rhetoric about stuff of that nature. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make sense to me. And the 15% of the election, Trump was the Latino people, the Latino voters is 15% of the electorate. And Trump was in a town hall meeting with the Latino people, the Latino voters yesterday. This is what happened. The voter asked him, why did he direct bipartisan legislation to be abandoned? Basically, what the voter was talking about when he asked, why did he directed the bipartisan legislation to be abandoned. What he was talking about was the border bill. He was talking about the legislation on the border. Why did he tell the Republicans don't let that go through? Kill the bill. You know, that's what they asked him. And here's what he said. It was Governor J.D. Pritzker. So now when they asked him that, he's going to blame it on another governor. He's going to blame it on J.D. Pritzker. He's going to, the one that got it abandoned, which is a lie. But he's in there lying to the voters when they asking him questions. And so he said it was J.D. Pritzker, and they did not have, and J.D. Pritzker didn't have nothing to do with it. J.D. Pritzker is not even a senator. He didn't have anything to do with that bill. But these are the lies that he tell when he know he was the one that told him to stop that bill, that border bill. Because he couldn't tell the truth and give him the real answer that he wanted to run on the border. So he's going to throw somebody else under the bus. That's what cowards do. I'm just saying. Then the voters asked Trump about his racist claim of the migrants eating pets. So they asked him about the racist comments that he was talking about them eating pets. And this is what he said. He said that he was just reporting what's being said, what's being reported. He was just saying what's being reported. Now you just gonna get on here and you gonna get in here and start spreading rumors about you're gonna get on here and start spreading rumors about somebody eating cats, dogs, and geese and all these type of things up there with the migrants because that's what was being reported. With all actuality, he knows who was reporting that. He know J.D. Vance, the one that his VP, that went on there and started spreading them lies about the immigrants eating dogs, cats, and geese. He know what was happening. That was all part of their plan to put targets on people's backs, like I've been saying. But these are the lies that he tell. The man cannot tell the truth about anything. He's gonna tell a lie. He's gonna stand on it, which is crazy to me. It's bizarre. Then the voters asked him who would do the that. Then they asked Trump about his racist claim, and he said that's what was being reported. Then they asked him then the voters asked who would do the gruesome jobs like farming if he deports 11 million people. The voters asked him who would do the jobs if he deport 11 million people. The gruesome jobs like farming and stuff like that. Who would do them? Who would do them jobs if he deported them? Trump told the voters the only thing he can say for their jobs. I want y'all to listen to this. The only thing that he could say for their jobs. So basically, like, people are stupid. It's only one kind of job that they could do, which is agriculture. And so basically, he's saying this is all these people could do. He said, Trump told the voters, only thing he could say for their jobs and other people's jobs are being taken by the other people coming in. So now basically what he's telling these people about the jobs, who would do the jobs, he's telling folks that their jobs are being taken by the other people that's coming in. So basically what that tells me is you want me to be mad at the other people that's coming in to get jobs and to make money for their families. So I should be mad at them. So now you want to put a target on the other immigrants that's coming in, talking about they taking people's jobs. Can't nobody take nobody's job. If they got a job, if them people are doing their jobs, them people ain't gonna get rid of no people that's out there working good. And most of them people be out there working their tails off. But this is how they try to play people against each other instead of looking at the real corporate, what is him. So, all that stuff right there is just flat out in the open what they doing. If you look at it for what it is, you can listen to what he say. Oh, they taking my job. That job, you ain't getting ready to go out there and pick nothing anyway. So I mean, family, y'all gotta look at all this stuff for what it is. Then he also said the Latin population and the African American population in particular are losing jobs now because of millions of people are coming in, which is a lie. The job report last month was so good. Is they giving so many people jobs? A lot of people got jobs. Most of the people that want a job could get a job right now. So now he's lying about they taking somebody else's job. At first, it was the gruesome jobs. Now they taking our jobs. I mean, make up your mind. Which one is it? They taking jobs or there are jobs. I'm not getting ready to go in the field and do nothing. My ancestors had enough of that picking cotton for free. For free. You hear me? Making y'all rich. People like Trump. So, I'm just saying. They want to talk about they coming in taking people's job. They ain't coming in here taking two things. You're lying. It's just another thing to put targets on people's back and make folks don't like other folks. Keep the divide and conquer syndrome, the Willie Lynch syndrome. Family, look at this for really what it is. I just, man, this stuff be so crazy to me, and folks be falling for all this craziness. Don't look at what nobody's saying. Look at what they doing. Like Maya Angelou say, when people show you who they are, believe them. Either already told you the people that went in there and killed folks and sent folks to the hospitals was patriotic and they political prisoners, and he's going to get everyone, he's going to pardon every one of them. Look at the character. Look at the whole shebang on him. Then he was at a press conference together with the Latin voters. They was separating their families, and now they're reunited. So some of them people, like about 5,000 of them people, family members that he separated them from the border, from their parents when they was babies and all that, back when he was in office. Now they older. Now they done got reunited back with their families. He was in a press conference with those people. Then he said the Latin population and African Americans, okay, but yeah, he was in a press conference with those people. Then the Biden administration put together a family reunion task force that was bringing the families back that was separated under the Trump's administration. This is how, and they have reunited. They have reunited over 5,000 families that was separated. So the Biden and Harris administration basically got the people, the family members back together from when Trump was in office, where they were separated from their families, and so now he put together a task force and got these families back together, over 5,000 families back together. So I mean, I don't understand what people be talking about when they be saying what people ain't doing and what they ain't gonna do and stuff of that nature, when it's really just a bunch of BS. It's really a bunch of BS, man. I ain't seen no other president, no other administration go out and put a task force together to reunite people back with their families after they done been separated from the border at a border crossing. But some people have integrity and dignity to where they don't want to do people like that. But that's not how Trump feels. He don't feel this way. He separated you and didn't care and left you separated. People wouldn't even know their family members right now if it wasn't for the Harris Biden administration. But everybody want to holler about a border bill. talking about the border this and the border that. The border ain't put there to separate people from their kids. That's not what it's put there for. Because if it was me, give me my baby back, we could go right back over here and deal with whatever's happening. But don't take my baby and separate me from my child. All that kind of stuff is inhumane. Like I said, I've seen this picture before. So I don't know what people be thinking, especially my my Latin people. I don't know what you're thinking when you're talking about going to vote for somebody that's doing your people like that and family members like that. Ain't nowhere in the world. I'm not gonna vote against with somebody that's against me. I would never do that. That's not gonna ever happen. And like I say again, I'm independent, but I would never do that. Man, folks need to think. I don't know what folks is thinking about. Then and right now, this man, like I say, he's talking about deporting over 11 million families. If he becomes president, over 11 million people, over 11 million people. That's going to be another. That's going to be another separations of families right there within itself. I don't know. I don't know what more to say to get folks to understand. Where this man's heart is at, and how he feel about you. And how he feels about you, man. I don't know, family. I do not understand why anybody would even attempt to, like, oh, you down with this man. He also said that he was announcing today upon taking office Operation Aurora at the federal level to extradite the removal of the savage gangs. Did you hear me? He said he's also talking about he was announcing today. This is what he said on TV yesterday. Up on taking office, he's gonna put in a thing called Operation Aurora, Colorado, at the federal level to extradite the removal of the savage gangs. So basically, what he's saying is the people that came over there just because they had an incident with some people from Venezuela. Some of the people that moved to rural Colorado from Venezuela. That what he was going to do is put something together to get all of them out of there for what some did. I don't see him. I don't see him holding everybody responsible for what Timothy McVeigh did, or the little white boy in the grocery store that killed all the black people up in Buffalo, New York. I don't see him doing that. I didn't see him do that for the little white boy that went in the black church and killed over 19 people in Carolina. I didn't see him do that. Matter of fact, they took him to Burger King. Like, job well done. So, but when it comes to other people, you want to go take a whole community of people for what a few did. And the governor of Aurora already said that they help the community economically and help building the community. Think about that. But all at the same time, he's gonna put together a task force with Operation Aurora to get the people, the Venezuelans out of there, and ain't no telling how many other people. But he said the gangs, and they look at everybody like the gangs, and he will invoke the Alien Act of 1798, and he said he would do it in the executive order. He said you have to do it with the executive order. So this is a bill that was way back in 1798. He want to bring something from 1798 back in 2000, which would be 25. So when you be hearing Kamala talking about he's trying to take us back, that's what she's meaning by that. See how he's going back and getting old laws and trying to put them back into play for to do the things that he want to do to people. What does that tell you? That should tell you something. In 1798 and shit, it was slavery and everything going on. But these are the laws that he won't bring back. Overturning Roe versus Wade. These are the laws that he wants to bring back. These are the laws he's trying to bring back. When women were trying to get themselves abortions and dying in alleys and stuff like that, when women couldn't get abortions back in them days, there was a lot of stuff going on and a lot of women dying. So everything that got overturned and made it to where it was better for the people, he wants to go back and re-implement them same laws, them same things. And like I said before, once you get to changing laws and bringing back old slave trade laws and all these horrific type laws that was hurting the people, once you do one, you go back and you start to digging back and trying to bring more laws in effect, more and more laws in effect. That's why this voting thing is very, very serious. Folks need to get out and vote, because all these laws, first it was Roe versus Wade. Now he want to do this law, a different law on the Alien Act. Look up the laws on the Alien Act of 1798 and see what that tells you. The Alien Act of 1798, not 1998, 1798. Go back there and look up that law and see what that tells you before you run out here voting and you end up strung up somewhere. The overturning Roe versus Wade, it's already a lot of women dying from that. Think about it before you go do what you do. It says with the Alien Act of 1798, he said you could do things you can move people out of the cities with no executive order. So basically, you can just start moving people around, and then this is for everybody, because look here, with that law, you bring that law back. Guess what? It ain't gonna just be for the Venezuelans. It ain't gonna just be for the Latin people. A crime against one of us is a crime against all of us. They implement these laws. They put these laws out here to see if it's going to work and see if it can be done. Once the one gets changed, now he's talking about changing another law. And then all these laws is the laws that he's changing. When he was in office, he put them Supreme Court people up in there so they can be able to overturn the Roe versus Wade laws like that. Now he want to go back and do the Alien Act. It's a pattern. Once you get one overturned, one law done and back in motion, then you go back on the books and you go get another one. And before you know it, it's another one. Before you know it, we in Jim Crow. Before you know it, next thing you back in chains. Pay attention to what's being done, man. You got to look at this. And then I'm just speaking on saying the stuff about the Latin people. But once you do something to one group of people, you do it to every group of people. Think about that. Be aware of that. It's a pattern. He's doing it now. Ain't what he's gonna do. He's doing it now. We're gonna bring back a law from 1798. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's make all this make some sense at least. A law from 1798, the Alien Act. Look it up and read what that tells you. Then, why is the government involved in women's basic rights? Was a question to Trump. All the women in the town hall meeting today was here. What was the answer? Let me see. He said, why is the government involved in women's basic rights? Was a question to Trump at a all women's town hall meeting yesterday. Here it was. Trump said, for 52 years, this issue has torn our country apart. The Supreme Court justice, they was able to do this after years and years of turmoil. So the woman asked this man, why is the government all in women's basic rights? He said that the country been fighting for this for 50 years to overturn this, but the Supreme Court was just now able to do it. I want y'all to think about that. Why was the Supreme Court able to do this? Because they were the people that he appointed in there. And he appointed them in there to be able to do it, and he bragged about it. He bragged that he did it, that he bragged that he was going to do it, and he bragged that he did it. So don't put it on everything that he does that people don't like. He's scared he's going to lose votes. He put it on other people. Now he's putting it on the Supreme Court. You put him in there because these people don't have backbones. The Republican House and Senate and all them people like that don't have backbones. None whatsoever. But this is what he answered to this question: why are they in women's business and their basic rights? And I'm gonna repeat the answer again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say the question again. Why is the government involved in women's basic rights? Was a question to Trump at a all-women's town hall meeting yesterday. Here was his answer. Trump said, for 52 years, this issue has torn our country apart. Supreme Court justice, they was able to do this after years and years of turmoil. Like I say again, you blame it on the Supreme Court justice. This is something that you did. This is a bill that you took to the Supreme Court to get it Roe versus Wade overturned. This is what you did, and you knew the Supreme Court justice was going to do it because you the one that had them to do it, and you picked them. You put them in there for that purpose. So don't just blame it on the Supreme Court. Both of y'all dumb, if you ask me. Then here we go. Now it's back in the. Then he said now it's back in the states. Now you want to blame it on the states. First the Supreme Court justice. Now you want to blame it on the states. Listen to him. Now it's back in the states, and the states are voting for. Honestly, some of them are much more liberal. He would have thought some of them not as. I mean, not it. It has to be redone. So now, since you saying you don't like what the states are doing, now you saying that they have to be now they need to be redone. Well, why they need to be redone? Why they need to be redone? You knew what they was going to do. That's a lie for votes. And the women looked at him like he lost his mind, like he was crazy. He sent it to the states. Now it has to be redone. Why should it have to be redone, period? You shouldn't be telling women what to do with their own body anyway, because once these kids are here, don't nobody care about them. You don't want even have lunches at school. You want to take a boy away to an education system. You want to take the books out to schools. So why do you want somebody to even have these kids to begin with? And not only that, what business is it of yours? Who has kids and who don't? It don't make no sense to me. But it do make sense because the country's getting too brown. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's what all of them is scared of and worried about and fear about from all the wrong that they done did to people. Now the country is changing. Everybody is messing with everybody. Of course, exception of a few. But that's the whole problem right there. But this is somebody that wants you to go in there and vote for them when they got people dying from these laws that they bring in, and they busy want to bring back these old laws from 1798, the Alien Act. Come on, people, wake up, family. I mean, this stuff is real. Then he also said the women in the audience asked him about IVF. He said he was the father of IVF. How you gonna be the father of IVF and you done got rid of the abortions and all this kind of stuff? When you know these clinics do more than abortions. You know you got miscarriages, you got abortion, you got people just trying to have babies. You have all that in there, but you want to overturn Roe versus Wade. All that got to do with the same entities. So I mean, you know, but now you the father of IVF, and you didn't think the states was gonna do this. It ain't for you to think about what somebody gonna do with their own body. It ain't none of your business to begin with. The women asked him if abortion was left up to the states. What would he say to the women? His answer was, I got a call from Katie Gray, a young senator from Alabama. She's so beautiful and so this. He asked her to explain IVF, and then he said she explained it very quickly. So now you overturning stuff and overturning laws and stuff that you don't even know what it is, that you got to call somebody, Katie in Alabama, to find out what IVF is, but you overturning it. But you're trying to make yourself look like, oh, I didn't know this. You knew it. You went through a lot to get that done by putting them Supreme Courts in place to be able to do these type of things. So don't play stupid now. But knowing you might be a little stupid. But yeah, man, I mean, this stuff don't make no sense, family. It just none of it makes sense to me. It's all a bunch of rhetoric, and now it's all about I'm trying to take out a little lightweight broom to sweep a little bit under the rug when I could comprehend what these people are saying to me. That's what you got to realize. You got to comprehend what folks are saying to him first before he can even clean it up. But you wasn't just saying that just a week ago. Or you wasn't doing all this cleanup work a week ago. You were standing on it. Be a man. Stay standing on it. That was the one and only thing that I respected about you, because I can't see nothing else to respect about you. I say you say some outlandish stuff and all that, but guess what? He say what he mean. And he stands on it. Don't start backing off of that. Now I can't even respect you. Period. That was the one thing that I could find about you that I could respect. You know, you racist and all that, and you stand on it. But now you want to back up. Come on, man. Don't let me lose that little bit for you, bruh. Because I man, look. And he understood immediately. He said he said that she explained it very quickly, and he understood it immediately. He said he was in favor of IVF, and he came out with a statement within an hour saying he really likes IVF. You know, all this here is to get votes. All this is rhetoric to get votes. Now all of a sudden you came out immediately. Oh, I'm with IVF. Oh, I'm down with it. That's I know that now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Be a man. Stand on what you stand on. Stand on all the rhetoric that you stand on. Don't get to backtracking now. Yeah, but this is the person that wants your vote. Then he said, now all the Republicans are in favor of IVF. He said now all the Republicans is in favor of IVF. Now that just lets you know how big of a cowards they are no backbone that they have. I'm going to do what Master say do, or he might crucify me. He's Jesus. I got to listen to the cult leader. He said he's down with it. We down with it. Yeah, we down for IVF. Oh no, that wasn't what he meant. He meant this. No, he meant exactly what he said. So you know, I'm just showing y'all the type of people that we dealing with out here, man. That wants you to vote for them for president. Hey man, by the way, man, like, share, subscribe, comment. I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate it if you guys would like, share, subscribe, comment. It'll be greatly appreciated. It will be. Then, thank you ahead of time. Then Donald Trump said, any African American, Latino person don't vote for him needs to have their head examined. I'm going to say that again. Donald Trump said, any African American or Latino voter that doesn't vote for him needs to have their head examined. I don't know. I guess my head don't need examined. I wouldn't vote for nobody to talk about me like that anyway. Even if I was going to vote for you, I wouldn't now. Then he also said, for him, need to have his head examined. He said any he said Donald Trump said any African American Latino voter don't vote for him needs their head examined. The head examined. So did you? Did your head is really really screwed? You in your head you really screwed. You and then he said any Jewish person that doesn't vote for him, that votes for Harris, needs to have their head examined. Now he's talking about the Jewish people. Any Jewish person that vote for Harris need to have their head examined. Then he said any senior doesn't vote for him needs to have their head examined. I'm sitting up there watching this dude say all this stuff. He's on here. He done went down the line from, but what he didn't say white folks, but he did say the Latin people, the African American people, and the Jewish people, and the seniors. So the seniors include everybody. If you don't vote for him, you need to have your head examined. That don't sound like somebody that have all their faculties together that won't people's votes. You want people to vote for you, but you sitting on here talking about they need to have their head examined. And really, from what I see, we're not sitting here talking about lying, saying that Haitians is eating cats and dogs and stuff like that. We're not talking about deporting 11 million people. We're not talking about separating mothers from their kids. We're not talking about women losing their lives because they can't go get a DNC because the doctors are scared to clean out all the dead tissues and stuff that poison their system when they have a miscarriage and they lay there and die. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about people creating violence, talking about people need to you need to punch them in the head, you need to knock them out. I'll bail you out if this and that happen. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about FEMA is not doing their jobs and they stealing money and they giving money to the immigrants. We're not talking about all that stuff. We're not talking about VP Harris is stupid and dumb and not intelligent and all this stuff. We're not talking about that stuff. We're not talking about being dictators. We're not talking about bringing up laws from 1798. We're not talking about putting people in chains. We're not talking about make America great again like the good old days. We're not inciting people to run up in the Capitol and defecate and urinate in folks' offices and scaling up walls and going in there tearing up stuff and overturning votes. We're not talking about telling people doing COVID to go shoot bleach in your body and sit in Putin COVID kits and COVID tests. We're not talking about having regular full-on conversations with other dictators. We're not talking about stealing national security stuff out of the White House when we leave. We're not talking about sexual offenses that you being convicted of. We're not talking about offering this woman hush money not to tell or not to talk about what y'all did during your sexual encounters. We're not talking about grabbing women in their private parts. We're not talking about none of that. But I can go on. But I'm going to end it right there. But we're not talking about all those things, man. And from what it looks like to me is that you need your head examined. Trump, not us. We're not out here doing all that. You pro-law, pro this, and pro that. But I can't see it. I can't see it. Hey, family, I appreciate y'all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate everybody. And get out and vote, family. It's very important. I just laid out a whole bunch of stuff right there in the end of that to kind of show you the difference in what's going on, who we got to choose from, vote your best interests of you and your family, because we don't want laws of 1798, 1483. The last one I just made up myself, but we will go back there if he stays there. So get out and vote for your best interests, family. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Listen to the video. Fact check everything I say. All you have to do is Google anything I say. I'm just telling what's coming out of his mouth. Not my opinion, not what I think, but what's coming out of his mouth. And I'm just reporting it back to y'all, family. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I appreciate your time. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm out.